If you've ever been in a CT scanner in hospital, you'll know how claustrophobic it can be. But now a zoo in Norfolk is using technology on some of its biggest residents for the very first time.
There's an image for you, putting a tiger, a cheetah, a vulture in the machine. Some of the animals which vets have been able to scan. Our reporter Debbie Tubby has been finding out more.
The zoo is in lockdown, the public not allowed inside, staff unable to roam. One of the most dangerous animals on site has been released from her habitat.
Get that elbow. 1, 2, 3.
Thankfully, Mishka, the Amur tiger, is heavily sedated and the first patient to be seen. She's having a CT scan in a mobile unit on site.
She's quite a heavy lady, but she's beautiful. So the patient was put onto the table and we decided to put her head first so that we could scan her cervical and thoracic spine.
She's incubated, closely monitored and, of course, handled with care.
On the 2D images going through, what you'll have seen is a lot of grey and white blobs, OK? So all of that relating to bone and soft tissue. So at this stage, it's tricky to say. We didn't see anything particularly concerning. And as I said, there was no sharp intake of breath from anyone at the point that we were scanning. So no, generally I'm happy, but the real detail will come when we get those reports back from those images being re-rendered to their sort of full potential. Top at 4, so the bottom's at 3.
Tana the cheetah also has an appointment. She's been trained so staff can get close enough so she doesn't need to be darted with anaesthetic.
Being able to inject her by hand from somebody that she trusts, it's just a lot more calm for them, which is actually better for their bodies and kind of metabolising the actual anaesthetic as well. It's more likely to be kind of successful anaesthetic and recovery because you're not fighting the adrenaline.
They're also taking bloods while they have the opportunity. It's amazing to be this close to Tana, especially as she's asleep. Now they're going to do a scan on her. They think that she may have some lameness in her back leg. It's the turn of Foster the vulture, who briefly escaped from the zoo 25 years ago. The scans give detailed internal imaging, a picture of complex or long-standing conditions. They're concerned Arlo the sloth, the slowest mammal on Earth, is ironically lethargic. They hope to find out why.
Looking at a sloth and trying to determine if they're lethargic or not cannot be the easiest. So luckily the keepers here are incredibly diligent, so they are noticing those subtle changes in an animal which, for me, I would pay attention to.
Bob, the one-eyed penguin, is being scanned for a limp. He's sedated using gas, his beak only just fitting the mask. Scanning on site means the animals are treated in familiar surroundings, reducing stress, helping not only those living in the zoo, but their counterparts out in the wild.
What we really hope is that we can add to that pool of knowledge for each individual species. Not everyone gets a chance to do this. We're really fortunate. And so anything that we can learn today, absolutely we'll share with our animal and veterinary colleagues all around the world.
Grub the meerkat, who's been limping, is so small his full face fits into the mask. Grub will take time to come round. This is a first for the zoo. The results will be analysed, the animals treated as necessary, because they can't tell their zookeepers what's wrong. Debbie Tubby, BBC News.
I think that was fascinating. I genuinely never thought I'd see a tiger in a CT scanner.
No. On a Saturday morning.
Quite amazing. And who knew that if you were to put a cheetah to sleep, that they actually would, the adrenaline reaction would be much better if they're done by hand rather than a dart.
Things we didn't know. Mike, what else don't we know?
I really enjoyed that too. Found it quite peaceful, actually.
Yeah.
Soothing, yeah.